the Christmas when I was 4 years old, so about 3 weeks before I turned 5. My sister was there, which means it wasn't actually Christmas morning because she was never there on Christmas morning, but we would always leave a note for Santa or something like that that would say, like, please come to our house on the 26th or whatever day it would be, so that we could still wake up in the morning and open presents. Um, this year, when I was 4, me and my sister woke up early at like 5 in the morning or 6 or I don't know, whatever. Something like really early, way earlier than anyone in our house ever normally woke up. And we went out into the living room and the presents were there. And like some or maybe all of the presents said they were from Santa. And I was like, hey, let's open our presents now. And my sister was like, well, shouldn't we wait for Daddy and Joy? And then I was like, but what do they have to do with it? These presents are from Santa. So, like, the only person we should wait for is Santa, but, like, he's not going to come here. So we can just open them. So I don't know if she was really convinced, but she went along either way. So we opened the presents from Santa. As I recall, we opened the presents that said they were from Santa, which might have been all the presents. I don't remember that detail. My mom claims that we opened all the presents regardless of whether they were from Santa. So that's why I'm confused about that detail and whatever. Anyway, we opened the presents and then we were just playing with everything. And then suddenly I realized that my parents are walking into the living room and they're like, what the hell is going on? And I gave my mom the explanation that I came up with, which is, these presents are from Santa and they have nothing to do with you. Like, I think I literally said, what does it matter? These presents aren't from you, or you didn't buy them, or something like that. And my mom started crying and she started to say something like, no, the presents really are from me, or something. And she like stopped herself halfway through her sentence, but she got far enough into it that I realized that was probably what she was going to say. And then I was like, oh my god, are these presents from her? And she's crying, so I need to do something about this. So I started saying, like, well, these presents are really great. And I went through each present and said, like, how much I liked it and everything. And my sister started doing the same with her presents. And then I said to my mom, thank you. And I wasn't sure if she was going to say the presents were from her or not, but I thought just in case that's what she was saying, I should say thank you. Like, most especially to make up for the fact that I had just said that you have nothing to do with it because the presents aren't from you. So, that basically made me suspicious about the existence of Santa. And I wanted to ask about it, like, right then or later that day or the next day. But I didn't want my mom to be upset. I felt like I needed to wait for, like, everything to die down or whatever. So I waited a while. I don't remember for sure exactly how long I waited. Like, I know that it was sometime after my birthday, after I turned 5. And I don't remember exactly what day it was, but I remember putting on some Garfield pajamas, which I'm pretty sure I got for my 5th birthday. I went to put them on, and then I came out into the living room, and I jumped up onto the couch with my mom, and I said, "Is Santa real?" And she said, "What do you think?" And I hated that answer because I just wanted to know for sure. Like, I was already pretty sure that he wasn't real. And her giving that "what do you think" answer just, like, even more so confirmed that he wasn't real, but it still wasn't a 100% certain answer. So I just started saying some nonsense, hoping to goad my mom into giving me a straight answer. So I started saying, like, well, you can't see him, which means he's invisible, which means he's a ghost. And I know that ghosts aren't real, so therefore Santa can't be real. And I knew that reasoning was all completely flawed. But I was just hoping my mom would jump in and correct me and say, like, well, no, it's actually because of this. This is why he's not real. Or something. I guess I thought maybe there was a small chance that she would say, like, he actually is real, and here's the explanation of how, or whatever. But she just said, well, if that's what you think. And then I was just like, yeah, okay. And I went away and did something else, and then it was either like later that day or the next day I went to my dad and I said, same thing, is Santa real? And he did his weird nose laugh thing, like, I can't imitate it. It's like breathing out of your nose and kind of laughing at the same time. I have no idea how he does that. He did that thing, and and then he just goes, no, shakes his head, no. And then I'm like, okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. And so the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, they're not real either. And he did nose laugh again and said, no. And I'm like, okay, thanks. So then when it was about time for the Christmas, when I was 5, so the next Christmas, my mom said, do you want to write a letter to Santa? Like, to ask for the presents I want? And I for a second was like about to say, well, you know that I don't believe in Santa anymore. But then I was like, oh, maybe she just means it as like a game. Like, we'll just do it for pretend now. Like, she was pretending the whole time and now I can be pretending too. And it's just a game. That's fine. So I was like, okay, sure. So I did that. I did that until I was like 8 or maybe 9. And then I realized when I was 8 or 9 that my mom was somehow tricking herself into thinking that I still actually believed in Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. So at that point, I completely quit playing along. And then I was mad at my mom for telling my brother the same lies that she told me. Like, I wasn't really making a big deal about it. I guess I was willing to say, like, oh, it was just a mistake she made. But once I saw that she was going to repeat the mistake, I was really mad, and it's been a point of contention for us, or it was, for like 10 years.